I'm Max, and welcome to the Cardano Community Podcast. Today we have as guests Michael Antwi, Cardano ambassador and founder of Martian Network, and as co-host Denis Aubernier. And we are going to talk about Cardano, the role of Michael Antwi as Cardano ambassador, and his project Martian Network. Welcome, Michael Antwi, on the podcast.
Nice to meet you guys.
Please introduce yourself.
So I'm Michael Antwi. I'm 28 years old. I'm from the Netherlands, as in Amsterdam, the one and only. I discovered Cardano quite early. I think it was on Bittrex, just at the beginning, somewhere May, if I'm correct, on Bittrex, and it got my attention. I just did some little research, and the first thing that I saw that it was a Japanese gaming platform. I was like, huh, that's on one of the forums. So I thought, okay, that is not. I'm not sure if that's the right thing. So I just did some research on it and saw that Charles Hoskinson, in this case, ex Ethereum, was basically the CEO of the project. So it got my interest indeed, and did some more research on it and how they do, how the whole project was basically. So with that being said, I just rolled into it. I thought because I saw them back then that Cardano didn't have a community on Telegram. So I was like, okay, let me have a look into that and see if there are other communities. And there was one community, I would say, with like 236 people, if I'm correct, back in the days, yeah. And it was from the guy who's now in control of the Troll group, as in the Troll group that we now see. Uh, Back then we were working on the how you say that on Telegram, but later on I decided as well to separate because I saw that he wasn't really serious. So I started making the community, and I also asked in her previous Cardano community manager Tom basically to if I could set it up. So yeah, from there on I started the whole Telegram community, and from there on, really, a lot of new faces came in, and now look where we at this moment. So I'm really glad that we came from really that far to now, and I've seen the whole project grow basically, and really fantastic people who are now in the community. So and a lot of great initiatives also are coming also from the community, so such as what Michiel is also doing. So I'm really glad to see this improvement. So yeah.
Wait a sec. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? But so the Cardano, the official Telegram channel,
Yes.
you're the one who actually, let's say, you were part of the setup of the official channel.
Yes. Yeah. Precisely. Yeah.
Okay, because correct me if I'm wrong again, right? Because I remember not too long ago, I think beginning of this year, so I was in contact with someone. I have to go back in my history.
Yeah.
Was that you?
Yes, that was me. Yeah.
Because we had some very long discussions, and you
Yeah.
didn't. The
Yeah.
thing
You
is,
did it. Yeah. It's true. That was me. Yeah. Precise.
the
That was
thing
me.
is, I was asking around, because I had this idea, of starting our own channel, right? And I
Yeah.
think you had the impression that I wanted to start a new Telegram channel, but it was more, let's say, the podcast, and you gave me a hard time, man.
Yeah. Definitely. Because I was like, because we have seen so many Telegram groups and spamming though, just causing confusing in the community.
Yeah.
So that's why. But I think I forwarded to later on to Niels, if I'm correct. So, and we weren't sure if you were serious. So that's why I wanted to get a glimpse of what you're trying to do. And yeah, but you also basically didn't trust me because you didn't know
No,
who I was. So
I didn't trust you, know.
yeah, I was going back and forward. I was okay with that because I really wanted to help you, but I also wanted to make sure that we get really serious people on board because as you now know the history of which kind of people I've been dealing with. So Yeah, basically that. Yeah. So, but I've seen. I would say now at this moment you're really doing a fantastic job, Michiel. So I would say really proceed on doing that. Really looks good what you're doing. Yeah, I
And
kind of.
also props to Max and to Project and also to Vasil,
Oh,
because
yeah,
as you know, it's not yet let's say officially communicated, but Vasil has also joined the group, so he's also part of the podcast. He'll be joining, especially when we have this like larger interviews. So I think perhaps Max can mention a little bit about the previous interview that we did. It's actually the first major interview.
Yeah, with Maddie Greenspan, which is chief analyst at eToro, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was actually very good. Yeah, it was a good interview, definitely. And but that's an interview that, yeah, if I'm correct, it has already been aired before this one.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Okay. Nice.
So, as a Cardano ambassador, what are you doing? So you created that Telegram.
Yeah. So back then I created a Telegram indeed, and had started moderating, and I proceeded on doing that really from the moderation basically, trying to get all those spammers out of the group, being there for the people in this case for the community. But now slowly you see that I'm a bit more on the background because I'm mostly at this moment really busy with Martian Network, my own project. But that is something for later on. But yeah, so for the people who don't know me still, I would say sorry for that. Because, but I'm really busy at the moment with my project as well. And of course, my first goal was really setting up the community, helping the community where I could help, also setting up the moderators back then, and try to guide them, also knowing, also checking out which decision that we should make, and that was a really it was really good to do that. But at this moment, I'm now in the other phase of my, I would say, life, where I where I'm wanting to help a bigger community and bigger audience in this case. So yeah, basically it's it is like that for now. So yeah.
And if what's the one reason which made that you chose Cardano? Is it the scientific approach? Is it the adoption strategy? What is it?
I would say indeed the scientific approach with academic white papers that they have, they really thought it through basically. So that caught my attention, and I haven't seen this so have many of not any project at this moment who does it like that, and also from the marketing. Because I will give you guys a little secret because I have also worked for Tron. I also was at their how you say that international group on WhatsApp on WeChat with all those with Justin Sun and all those guys and but I just saw the difference between Tron and Cardano, and then also from the marketing perspective, aggressive marketing, and just really trying to put their brand in your face in this case, and I see that Cardano's is really laid back. We do it on our own terms on the right time for just really doing the development from the I said from the technicalities to everything basically. So I just was in love with Cardano, how they approach it, and it was a humble approach, and I like that basically. So yeah, that is what caught my attention at Cardano.
Okay, and in regards with your vision about Cardano, what's your vision about Cardano? What will it look like in, let's say, 5 years, for example?
I think a lot of financial institutes will jump into Cardano, as I see that the approach how they do that, and also with the development going on, I saw that for instance that they also are focused on Africa. That's something I like. I think John O'Connor in this case is now in Ethiopia, or also doing a lot of development in Ethiopia, and also going around that. So I like their approach, and so as I said, that got my attention. And also, education is one of those key things of what Cardano wants to facilitate to their community, and that is also what I love, and also want to give to people. Try to educate them and learning them what the blockchain crypto is basically. So that is what I love, and that's I see that Cardano is also doing that. So yeah.
Okay. Now let's speak about your project, Martian Network. What is it exactly?
Yeah. So Martian Network is basically it's a project. It's an entertainment platform. Because we, as I said previously, it was first a file sharing platform. We decided to make it an entertainment platform, something that people are known with. So that's basically giving, in this case, what we want to facilitate in our MVP phase. This is something that is not out there yet, but you guys will be the first to know that. Is that we want to give the power to the producers, and we see that distributions, as in cinemas or online platforms, are in Africa in this case, because we're now focused in Africa, are taking almost 70 to 80% of the distribution of the revenue, and only 20% is left, 20 to 30% is left for the producers. So we wanted to make sure that we could facilitate a platform for the film producers, music producers, in order to get their revenue back and power back, because most of the times their films are being stolen, and or if they go to a middleman, the middleman says, I'm gonna leash maybe 100 copies, while he's taking hundred thousands of copies of the movie, so he's gaining more revenue out of the content. So that is something that we're now doing it, and it's basically really in development at this moment. So yeah, that is what Martian is in a nutshell, but it's going to be much bigger. And at this moment, we are really focused on Africa in this case.
And may I ask you, how are you using blockchain then to power that platform?
One of those things is the encrypting part.
Yeah.
You see that piracy is still there, especially in Africa, or just in general. So it's everywhere basically. Of course, platform like Popcorn Time, where you can just look into new content, and that is something that we're trying to solve. Is facilitating an online platform where people of content creators can put their content on, and make sure that it's 100% secure, and that they can stream it out to their audience without any pirate taking their content basically. So that is one of those parts that we are solving with our platform.
Okay, and so you are apparently planning to create an ICO. First, is Martian Network based on Ethereum, or are you planning to put it on another platform, maybe Cardano?
At this moment we are ERC20 token indeed, but I hope in the near future that that's hoping, of course. We don't know how the future will end, will go, but of course Cardano is really interesting, and I hope that we could migrate our token to Cardano. So
Okay.
Interesting. That could be one of the options indeed, definitely. Especially me as ambassador, I would like to see that happen. So definitely. So that guys.
Okay, Denso, have you any other questions?
Yes, I was actually struggling with my connection.
Yeah, I saw
it.
Yeah.
Yes, it's like I missed like the half of the conversation. I'm hearing bits and pieces coming through, and so I'm trying to see if I can fix it. But I can imagine when you just said that you as an ambassador would like to see this happen, right?
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, what I see is that you have Trixia, right, who in the beginning actually communicated that they would be migrating onto the Cardano platform once, once we get to
Absolutely
that
ready.
stage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Precise.
Now, there's a lot of confusion at the moment. Hey, will they be doing it? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Now, we don't know at this point. Secondly, we've seen just a couple months ago sourcing. Now, I spoke to Milad. That's an interview that you guys have seen as well.
Mhm.
And Milad explained, that currently they're on the Ethereum network, but as soon as Cardano gets to that stage, they will be migrating, over. So at least they gave us more certainty. They're very
Yeah.
clear on, let's say, where they want to get at.
Yeah.
The question now for you guys, for the Martian network is, hey, okay, you're currently on the Ethereum network. You know what you have on the network. You know what the network can do for you and get you. But how certain, what assurance can you give the community that once we get to that stage,
Yeah.
100% sure that you guys will be moving to Cardano?
That's a dangerous question, huh?
That's a definitely.
Yeah, I know. I have to ask you.
I'm not sure if I can answer that because it depends as well. Also, what from our side, how basically with our platform, if we come to the transaction, for instance, having a lot of transactions on our platform with our token as being an ERC20 token is not going to be the most efficient way to do it on our platform. So so we're just at this moment are orientating what is out there. And then, so as I said, me as ambassador, I really would love to be on Cardano, but so as I said, the development of the platform of in this case the smart contract platform is not out yet. It's not out yet there. So depends also about the timing and everything. So yeah, I can So as I said, I would really love to do it, and I would love to see also for Martian network to go on Cardano since the Shelly when Shelly is ready. But we don't know, of course, how long that's gonna take. It could be that it's gonna be next year, for instance. We don't know when it's ready yet. So. So I don't. Yeah, I also have to look into my own project and see. Okay, when is the time right for us to do that?
Yeah.
But so as I said, I would really love to be on Cardano. Definitely, it would be the best way to do that, of course.
Okay, I don't want to put you in a difficult situation now, right? Definitely
No,
not, Michael.
just say it. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, but obviously, it's the decision is not only yours to make.
Definitely not.
At least
No.
that's what I understand from what you're saying.
Definitely
Because
not.
you say, hey, me as an ambassador, I would like to see that happen. But if you're, let's say, if you're the only person deciding, then you can say, hey, listen, as soon as Shelly, is fully released, you can expect that, right? But and then you mentioned, hey, it also depends on how long it will take. It might be next year, but hey, guess what? Matty Greenspan said that Cardano is the only project in whole this industry that take very long to develop.
Definitely.
But
it takes its time.
It takes its time.
It's different.
Exactly. That's the difference. Sorry.
Yeah.
It takes its time. He acknowledges that the process, that we go through, that it's understandable.
Definitely.
Now, the thing is, when you are building a financial system, that has to cater to billions of people, right? And also secure billions of dollars, maybe possibly even trillions, then you cannot, let's say, only think pragmatically. There has to be an academic, let's say, a process behind of it. You have to make sure that every single step along the way has been checked, has been calculated, etc., etc. And if it means that a peer review process will take longer than another project, so be it. Because the end goal is to make sure that you cater to billions and secure trillions.
Definitely.
So yes, it might take a longer. Maybe surely might be released at the end of the year. Maybe it might be released Q1 2020. But I do want to encourage you to hold on.
Yeah, so as I said, guys, I've been long in the space, and I've seen a lot of projects. So as I said, it's not only my decision taking. It's basically a team that I have basically. So as I said, me as ambassador, I would love to do that, and I won't look for me. It's Cardano all the way, but I won't say there are also other projects that are really fantastic, doing fantastic jobs. So that is also, I'm just really, have to look it through and also see, okay, what is the best way and the best solution for us. Because so as I said, timing is for us also is essential. So but so she said that it makes totally sense, of course. How long it's gonna take, indeed. So you guys also know we also have an ICO to make sure, and we also want to have an MVP. And so that is also the thing. We also want to have that before even after Shelly would be released, so we could migrate it easily and then start the whole thing. But if it's not at that moment, we have to wait and wait and wait.
Yeah.
We have to wait. So as I said, it's also depending on how much transactions are going to be on the platform, and how scalable the platform will be as well. That are all things that come together. So so Denise, I would say I really agree on what you said. Definitely, it takes so much time, and I see a lot of projects saying, "Yeah, we have like 1,000 and 1,000,000, I use a transaction per minute and all those things." And but it's I would say really it's all bullshit. I would say really simple like that. And I see that Cardano is really doing the things that they should be doing. So that's why I also read into.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, I can imagine that people listening to this, right, would wonder why. Perhaps Max, perhaps you already asked the questions, but because I didn't catch everything, why did you move from Tron to Cardano? Because I mean, Tron, you were active in that network, right?
Yeah, so basically, I was doing that in the same time. I was working of helping the community for Tron. I even had set up a Dutch community for Tron, what I still have, but I'm not active on it. I have other moderators doing that, and also the Cardano community, where I was really really helping. I was more active on Cardano than Tron at a certain moment, because I also saw the approach how they were doing it, and what you already mentioned, really taking the time to make sure that they have the things in line to showcase the audience, in this case, what they have. So that's why I also decided to leave Tron at that moment, and also really deciding on really go full on Cardano, and that was in the period of last year. I think around really last year that I did it. And now I'm in a stage and a phase of my in my life as project that I want to help a bigger audience. So in this case, I really want to help the African community with my project. So that is something that that I'm really looking forward to. And this I didn't mention that yet, but we will be going to the it's called the Black Star International Film Festival. That's in Ghana. That is the 20th to the 26th, where we're also going to be as Martian Network, and where we're going to find search for investors, for instance, and also going to be there to network. So we're basically at this moment really busy to put our brand out there and show people what we have, and that's what we are we're now really focused on Africa. And also, if you have seen our website with our advisors, all Nigerians in this case.
Yeah.
There are a lot of good movies, I would say. I would say A-Surf with Hakunde. I would definitely check it out. A really good movie. But you see also that the quality of out there is getting better and better and better. So and they're still in search of having a good platform out there that's really listening to them. So I think with our project, Martian Network, we can facilitate it. But I won't say that. I will still say Cardano's in my heart all the way. And as I said, I just hope that we can have a collaboration anytime soon. I also saw that Emergo is really pushing the marketing there. They're really doing a fantastic job. So I will say credits to them as well. I can only say that about the whole project, basically. So yeah, really fantastic. Yeah. So guys, I'm not sure if you guys have any other questions as well.
I don't think so, at least personally. Did it so?
Max, I would love to go on for hours, but there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things. It's rarely that you have an opportunity to speak. To such a big project. Ambitious people who, and especially when time is limited. You only have just short time to ask so much questions and get answers. So I would definitely, like to do this again, Michael.
Definitely. I'm open for that, and I love to speak more about what I'm doing or who I am. I haven't even had the chance to really speak out who I am and what I'm doing. So, but it's maybe for next call.
Let's keep this as an introduction. Let's say a kind of a teaser, and the next time we can really go into details about other stuff. Because I when I hear you speak about the African continent and stuff, I know between the whole group, I think Max is the only specialist, and we also have Joshua, by the way. Joshua is also joined the group, but Max is much more knowledgeable, when it comes to the African continent and things that are going on there. And Joshua is actually living there. He's Nigerian, so it's nice. Man. We have to catch up sooner than later.
Definitely, I agree on that. Definitely.
Okay, Max.
Okay, thank you very much for listening or watching this episode. Thank you, Michael Antwi, for coming on the podcast. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Come next week.
Definitely.
All right.
So I'm looking forward to that. So, guys, thank you very much for the call.
Thanks for having us, Max. Take care, man.
Bye.
Okay,
you,
bye.
Bye-bye.